located in the northeast and northwest corners of the arena, as well as adjacent to the concession stand. Got a lot of activity tonight. We're excited for our student athletes, but let's get this junior varsity contest underway. First of all, starting lineup for the Norwell Knights. At 1 yard, a 5'9" junior, number 4, Gary Riley. Also at guard for the Knights, 6'8" sophomore, number 10, Will Case. Also in the backcourt for the Knights, 5'8" freshman, number 24, Nick McBride. At 1 forward for Coach Collins tonight, 6'1" freshman, number 32, Drew Jolly. And rounding out the Knights starting lineup, 6'3" junior forward, number 40, Ryan Thornton. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is junior varsity head coach TIPOFF starting lineup for our own Huntington Vikings. In the backcourt, 6'8" junior, number 5, Tony Decker. Also in the backcourt, 5'11" sophomore, number 10, Grant Campbell. Also starting for Coach Bolton this evening, 5'8" sophomore, number 11, Jimmy Linker. Also in the starting lineup for the Lights, 5'11" junior, number 30, Isaac Brock. And rounding out Coach Culver's starting lineup tonight, 6'4" junior forward, number 44, Wes Hopkins. Tonight is Bowers, Brewer, Garrett, and Wiley as our game night sponsors. Two talented officials, Resume and Steve Yoder. Gentlemen, let's play ball.
Clothes we used to fit all the time. I don't know what my stepping was in church and my shoes or something.
Tucker and Mark Satterway into the Viking lineup. It'll be Viking ball on their baseline. Got a Viking personal foul, number 10, Brandon Campbell. Puts Drew Jolly on the line for the Knights. Number 44, Wes Hotchkiss into the Viking lineup. Number 34, Vinny Freiberg reports in for the Knights. We've got a timeout on the floor. At this time, we'd like to introduce our junior varsity cheerleaders. They are Emma Alford, Mike Hartman, Maggie Hall, Aubrey Linker, Ashton McCoy, Justice London, Whit Schleifer, Ellie Shea, Michaela Smeltzer, and last but not least, Lily Shooter. Knight's ball. Three-point Vikings win by Will Case. 32, Matthew Tucker into the Viking lineup. Gabe Petrie in for the night. That follows number 24. Good try by Graham Campbell. to the Vikings. Led by conversion foul, number 5, Tony Becker. It'll be a nice ball at midcourt. Henry Tucker reporting in to the Vikings lineup following the timeout. participate in track at Indiana Tech and study sports media. He's accompanied by his father, Reed Christensen. Let's give it up for Reed Christensen. Frank, thank you in your free time when you're not performing in an outstanding fashion in tennis and track and field to bless us with your radio broadcasting. Thank you, Reed Christensen. Now we would like to honor our senior cheerleaders. First of all is Ella Hall. Ella has participated in cheerleading for 4 years. She's been in class council, student council, the Riley Dance Marathon, National Honor Society, Huntington Youth Leaders, the Rotary Interact Club, Freshman Mentoring, and the Yearbook. She is attending Butler University to major in journalism. In a very humble fashion, she's escorted by her parents, Rick and Tammy Hall, but Ella Hall is the recipient of the Lilly Endowment Scholarship for Huntington North High School. Ella, thanks for all your contribution and leadership across many avenues here at Huntington North and being one of our cheerleaders for 4 years. Ella Hall. Next up is Shayla Ticky. She is escorted by her parents this evening, Michelle and John Ticky. She's been involved in cheerleading for 3 years. She's also participated in softball. She is part of FFA, National Honor Society, the Riley Dance Marathon. She's planning to go to cosmetology school following graduation here at Huntington North. Shayla, thank you for all of your efforts and taking the encouragement of others to continue to pursue success in cheerleading and in your future pursuits. Ladies and gentlemen, Shayla Ticky. Next up is Hannah Service. Hannah's been involved in cheerleading for 4 years. She's also been involved in the Riley Dance Marathon, Class Council, National Honor Society. She plans to attend IU in Fort Wayne for medical imaging. She's escorted by her parents, Carolyn and Troy Service. Hannah, thanks for all your got her CNA certification and academic letter award. She plans on attending IU Bloomington in the fall, majoring in interior design. Escorted by her parents, Troy and Kim Hostetler. Ladies and gentlemen, Mason Hostetler, thank you for your effort, Mason, and we wish you the best in your future pursuits. And last but not least, on the dance team is Ella Medler. Ella's been involved in dance team for 3 years, varsity singers for 4 years, National Honor Society, a junior Rotarian, been involved 15 years in the Beverly Johnson School of Dance. She plans to attend IU Bloomington, majoring in exercise science. She is escorted this evening by her parents, Dave and Teresa Medler. Let's give it up for Ella Medler. Ladies and gentlemen, your cheerleaders and your dance team members honoring these seniors tonight. Thank you very much. We'll give you an opportunity to get ready for tonight's varsity contest as well. Thank you, all of you, and all the efforts of your parents encouraging and supporting you over the years. She was awarded the Daughters of the American Revolution recognition. She's planning to enlist in the United States Air Force and become a canine handler in the United States Air Force. She's escorted to Sydney by her parents from Dave Force. And Nick Shear, let's give it up for Sophia Shear.
field and 23% from the three beyond the arc, and they had 15 turnovers to add on to that to just show that how well New Haven did on the defensive side, which really limited the Vikings scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. Then when you look at the New Haven side, honestly, when you look at all the scores, they lost by under 10 points, I believe, almost every single game. Honestly, that's really impressive. For as bad as a record that New Haven has, they don't play like it at all.
They definitely played. It looked like
for a 2-14 teams out there, 2-15.
I believe so. They definitely played a lot better than their record, and I think it had much to do with the shooting. They shot almost 50% from the field and 42% from three, and I think just that alone helped them to win that game. And also, well, as I said before, their defensive intensity, but their offensive spark led them into that good defensive mindset that they had in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to send you to the interview that I had with Coach Thompson earlier before just about halftime of the JV game here. My name is Max Rohrbach, and I'm here with head coach of the Huntington Vikings, Coach Eric Thompson. First of all, Coach Thompson, tough loss against New Haven, 49-33. What can you tell me about that game?
It's just disappointing. We didn't come out like I thought we would, and disappointment, but the guys bounced back and had a great week of practice, and everything was focused on us getting better with trying to counter what Norwell's going to want to come in and do here today.
Awesome. And then coming off such a hard loss against the Bulldogs, how's that play a role into tonight's game?
Well, I think we played so well but came short against Carroll. We didn't have the same mindset. Knows his role and does very well at it, and everybody else plays off of him. It pretty much how he plays, everybody else goes. They like to run a lot of passes through him. Not to take away anything from everybody else. They all go hard. Coach McBride is great. I've known him since we were in 8th grade again, playing against each other. So we've known each other a little bit of time. You shouldn't smile that big when I say 8th grade. Come on, Max.
And then what are 3 keys to a Viking victory to take out the W against Norwell tonight?
Well, play our way, our style. No pressure, have fun. It's senior night, celebration, not sadness. And then, again, confidence in what we do and we're going to have to stop their penetration. Going to have to block them out. They're posted pretty tough duo. And then their guards are pretty savvy, too. For not having a lot of varsity experience, they don't play that way. They have 10 to 12 wins. I think they're 10-8, I believe.
I think, 10-8 coming off of Heritage.
And they do a nice job. They've been able to get a few wins that were close games that we haven't. So they've gotten over that hill. And tonight would be a good night for us to accomplish something like that.
Absolutely. And then finally, today's senior night. Tell me a little about your seniors.
Love them. It's always hard. This is my fourth or fifth startup of a new program. And, it's always rough the first 2 years, and then things start flowing. And these guys actually have really helped to get things going, and that started way back in May. Blake, Asher, and Zach, they work extremely hard. They do a great job leadership-wise on what we need. Now tonight would just be great if they'd hit a couple extra shots than what they have been. But, man, they're doing a great job. I couldn't ask for a better group of seniors to start this program off right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
And we bring you back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Max Orbrock, and I'm alongside here Braden Christiansen. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the starties for you here tonight for the Norwell side. We have Caden Petrie, number 3. He is a 6'1" sophomore forward. Next up, we have Owen Wallace, number 26-foot junior guard. Number 22, Cohen Bailey, 6-foot senior guard. And next up, we have Ashton Fetterspiel, number 30, senior 6'4" forward. And then rounded up for the Norwell Knights, we have number 32, Drew Jolly. That is Jolly, excuse me. And then for the Huntington North Vikings, we have number 3, Ethan Zahn. Zach Nash, number 11, Blake Schubert, number 23, Dalton Husband, number 33, and then Asher Trepchowski, number 32. Just moments away here from the color guard, presenting the colors and the national anthem playing. Just moments away here. I'm really excited to see what the Vikings are able to do against the Norwell Knights here. Obviously, the Knights are very, very good. Definitely not as good as last year. They had, I believe, 12 seniors last year. Something crazy like that. Absolutely absurd. Here at Bob Strait Court here in North Green Heights in Indiana. Color guard is going to be presenting the colors here in just a minute. So Braden and I are going to shut off from mics, allow the live stream to be able to see and listen to the national anthem and look at the color guard here.
Led under the direction of Purdue Fort Wayne music education major, Colin Sackett. Ladies and gentlemen, the junior ROTC color guard.
And we bring you back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said earlier, I am Max Sherbrooke, and I am alongside here Braden Christiansen for tonight's broadcast. The Huntington North Vikings take on the Norwell Knights. First of all, Brad, what are your predictions for this game? Good game, bad game, outcome? What are you thinking?
I think that it is going to be a very good game. Both teams are very similar statistically, and both teams have a very similar history, I guess, of both. Well, Huntington North has not been as good in the past, but definitely losing a lot of seniors this past year and having to redo who they do their scoring through is definitely a big part of this game. With Norwell losing their overall all-time leading scorer, Luke McBride, last year. He was a big part of their scoring, and they're going to have to find someone to take his scoring in tonight's game, and I think that'll play a big part in this game. And I also think defensively, both these teams allow a similar amount of points per game. Norwell only allowing 54 points per game, and Huntington North allowing 48. And they're statistically down the board, basically equal in every single part. They have almost the same field goal percentage, almost the same three-point percentage, and everything else is around the same. So it's definitely going to be a very close game.
Yeah, absolutely. With both teams with Norwell having an all-outstanding record, 13-12 in the last 35 years of meeting together. And then when you really think about it, the JH prediction, John Harrell that is, has Huntington North winning by 54-53, which to me is not something that's crazy to me, to be honest. For the stars for Huntington North, like I said, we have Zach Nash, Ashton Chowski, Blake Sheward, Ethan Zahn, then we have Dalton Husband as well. So then Braden, obviously, coming off such a hard loss against New Haven, what type of energy is Huntington North going to be able to come out with tonight?
After losing 5 of their last 6, and especially with that really tough loss in back-to-back games with Carroll, I believe a 1 or 2 point loss, and then New Haven, a very big loss and not a great outing. I think they're going to have a fire under them. They want to come out with a lot of energy, unlike what they did on Saturday, playing a conference opponent that is have a big history together, and also it being senior night in a very packed, a lower section of North Arena. Lots of fans here to support. It's definitely going to be a good, big, intense matchup tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The atmosphere here tonight is probably the best I've seen it all season, to be honest. Obviously, with it being senior night, but with it being Norwell, definitely one of Huntington North's more rival of a team. It's definitely something. It's electric. It's electric. I'm hoping to see some lockdowns here tonight, some blocks, and maybe even a dunk tonight.
Hopefully, and also Norwell has brought a lot of fans here. Their side of the bleachers almost full, bringing their own student section, but Huntington North surrounding the other 3 sides of the gym and part of the upper arena, mostly filled on the bottom and about halfway filled on the top. It's definitely going to be a loud crowd here tonight.
Absolutely. So we have Dalton Husband, and then we have Ashton Fetterspiel taking the tip. Just one moment away here tonight. Norwell student section is getting hype. Huntington North student section is getting there, getting ready. Tip is up, and that will go to Asher Chipchowski from Dalton Husband. Ethan's down with the ball, taking up the court. 6 seconds expired. Guarded by number 10, Caden Quintanilla. To Chip, left wing, over to Zahn. Zahn to make his way to the top of the key, over to Chipchowski. To Nash for 3. And that one is good. Great start for the Vikings, 3-0 here in the first 25 seconds.
And as mentioned, the energy is electric right now. Zach Nash running down the court, yelling after that 3-point shot.
And a rebound by Zach Nash. Zach Nash making a play here tonight. Ethan Zahn driving to the basket, gets stuffed, takes it back out. Guarded by Caden Quintanilla. To Nash. Nash on left wing, over to Chip. Chowski, right wing, over to the Husband. Next up, over to Sheward. Down to Zahn. Up top to Husband. Over to Nash. Nash for another 3. Boom! That one is good, ladies and gentlemen. 6-0. Zach Nash is on fire. He's going to come out with an electric type of energy. That's what we're looking for here tonight. Back over to Adam McBride over to Feiderspiel. Fetterspear, excuse me, that's going to be a foul. That's going to be Ashton for 2 shots on the free throw line. Fetterspear for his first one. That one's up, and that one is good. 6-1 is now your score.
Norwell shoots 66% from the free throw line, which Huntington North also shoots the exact same percent at 66% on the season. So definitely very interesting stat there that they shoot the exact same from the free throw line.
Second one's up, and that one is good as well. Ethan Zahn taking it back down. Guarded by Caden once again. Left wing to Nash. Nash guarded by 22, Cohen Bailey. Over to Husband. Husband right wing to Sheward. Down with Nash. Up top of the key to Blake Sheward. Over to Nash. Nash now right wing. Nash drives, gets stuffed by Bailey. Down low to Chipchowski. Chipchowski now back out. Over to Nash. Nash dribbles, back over to Sheward. 30-second possession. Sheward goes with his left hand, down low to Chipchowski. Gets poked out by McBride. Regains possession, back over to Husband. Husband now to Nash. 6-2 to score, 6 minutes left to play here in the first. Over to Chipchowski. Chipchowski top of the key to Sheward. Sheward now on the right wing. Excuse me, that's going to be the left wing. Back over to Nash. Nash wants the 3 ball. Gives it to Chowski, and that's going to be a foul on Cody Shelton.
As Coach Thompson said, the Vikings are going to have to play at their own pace. And as you saw there, a very long possession playing at waiting until they got a good shot, but they got a foul instead, so they'll continue this possession.
Something we want to see from the Vikings here. How were they able to bounce back? Zahn. Zahn top of the key. Right wing over to Chipchowski. Down low to Zahn. Gets poked out by McBride. Excuse me, that's going to be Bailey. Now back over to McBride. Up top to Bailey. Bailey drives. Spin move. Back over to McBride. McBride back over. That's 22. Cohen Bailey. Finds his partner. Back out. Norwell 3. That one is going to be no good. That's going to be an air ball. And that's going to be Vikings ball. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds.
Vikings bringing a lot more of a defensive intensity than what we saw on Saturday. Definitely moving a lot faster than what we saw, and that's a good sign to start this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Last game against New Haven. That's going to be no good from Nash. With the putback is Husband. Like I was saying, against New Haven last week, it was not a good game. The Vikings were not on their toes. They were playing maybe just a little bit slower than they usually do, and now they come out with Zach Nash hits the beginning 3 within the first 20 seconds. Something to love to see. That's always a good sign. Looks like it's going to be over to McBride for 3. That one is good. 8-5 is your score. 4:15 left to play. Ethan Zahn take down on the red H. Guarded by Cantania. He drives, puts up a step back 2. It's going to be no good off the back iron. See what Katie's going to be able to do. Takes it down, behind the back pass, gives it up to Bailey. Puts up pump fake, puts up a 2-pointer, and that one is good right off of the back glass. Ethan Zahn taking it down once again. Guarded by Cantania. Over Zach Nash, left wing. More of the top of the key to Chipchowski. Over to Husband, back to Nash. To Chipchowski. Stu section is loving it on the Norwell side. It's going to be a great pass from Zahn. To Nash. That's going to be a timeout from Coach Thompson. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So, Brandon, what caused that timeout there?
Vikings just not looking like they were in their offense, not on the same page. A lot of just moving around and not a lot of screens being set, passing the ball around the perimeter. And at the end of that possession, we did see a good pick and roll with Zach being hedged a little bit on that screen and hitting Asher on the roll, but the timeout was called before that. but definitely just offensive miscommunication on what play was running and what set they should be in.
Yeah, it looked as if they were more of running around, not much of a basketball scenario going along there. But Norwell was also playing great defense. As soon as Zach Nash came out hitting 2 big threes, and then Dalton Hudson put up that 2, they decided, hey, it's showtime. It's game time. They put up 7 points in just about 3 minutes.
Yes, they're not letting Zach Nash get any more threes right away. They're following him and not letting him get open on those flare screens like what he did in the first 2 possessions of the game.
Freiberger and Schultz checking in. It's going to be a foul on Norwell. It's going to be Cohen Bailey. Vikings wanting to set up a play here. Get a nice little team huddle. We're going to have Freiberger down at the bottom, being the quarterback. We have a stack offense. Number 3, Ethan's on for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Freiberger. Freiberger puts it right back up for 2 off the glass. 10-7 is your score. Cohen Bailey over to Freiberger. Excuse me, that is Fighterspiel. That's going to be no good. Ethan's on with the basketball. Over to Freiberger now. Down low, puts up a reverse layup. Now one is good. 12-7 to score. Freiberger making an announcement as he comes in.
One thing that we saw the Vikings do a really good job of offensive rebounding 2 possessions ago, and they average 11 offensive rebounds per game, which is a really good thing. And I think if the Vikings continue to offensive rebound like they have all season, and we just saw 2 possessions ago with Blaine Freiberger, that they will have a do a great job on offense.
That's going to be stolen by number 10, Caden Cantonia. That's going to be an easy 2 for him. Ethan's on, goes up for the block, does not get it. 12-11 is your score, 2:10 left to play. Ethan's on, taking it down, guarded by Cantonia. Once again, great defense plays by Norwell. Man-to-man run all over the court. Freiberger trying to find someone. Top of the key to Husband. Looks like it's going to be a 3-second violation. It's going to be a charging foul on Ethan's on. We have number 20, Owen Walsh, checking in for Caden Cantonia.
And as I mentioned before, Zach Nash being face guarded when he doesn't have the ball, not allowing any more threes off of screens like we saw the first 2 possessions, as I stated before. But Norwell doing a great job putting Cohen Bailey in his face and not allowing him to get open.
Yeah, absolutely. But with the face guarding from Bailey, that obviously is going to leave a man open. Not necessarily because it's not double teaming, but there's going to be another opportunity to score. And it looks like Zach Nash is doing the same thing against number 20, Owen Wallace. It's going to be a charging foul on Norwell. 12-11 to score. 1:42 left to play.
Looked like he just extended his arm a little bit when he got to baseline and did a jump stop. That's offensive foul. Good job by the ref of seeing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Referee's doing such a great job here tonight. With just 6.5 minutes expired, Ethan Zahn putting up a 2-pointer. That one's no good. Rebound goes to Freiberger. Puts up 2 himself. That's 6 points for Freiberger in the first 2 minutes that he's been playing.
Also 2 offensive rebounds. 4 of his points coming off of offensive rebounds, which he does a great job at, as we're seeing so far.
Absolutely. He's capitalizing off his offensive. And another travel from Norwell. Freiberger, the quarterback, once again. Receiver goes to Zahn. I'm excited to see what Schultz is going to be able to do here tonight. Hasn't done much in the few minutes that he's played, but I know Schultz has the ability to turn it up. Schultz, being a freshman, is definitely one of the more quieter players, you could say. And it gets poked out by Cohen Bailey. Excuse me, that's number 10, Caden Cantonia.
Schultz having a great night the other night at the Calb, I believe, with 17 points. Hasn't done much since then, but he has the potential to do that with his 3-point shot. I believe he was 5 for 8. And Ethan Zahn with the 3.
In and out. Unlucky. Cantonia charging down the court. Back over to Wallace. Finds McBride. Excuse me, that's Bailey. Now McBride over to Wallace for 2. That one is no good. Ethan Zahn checking it down. Ethan Zahn making a move. Locking up his defender like lettuce in a Ziploc bag. Back over to Schultz. Schultz the husband. Down to Freiberger. Freiberger, right wing. Down low to Husband. Husband puts up a two-pointer off the glass. That one is no good. Ends up in the hands of number 12, Adam McBride. McBride, the brother to Nick McBride and Luke McBride. Luke, the leading scorer last season. He was the man last season for Norwell. Puts up a two-pointer for Norwell. That one is no good. That's going to be time expired. Your score is 14-11. Heading here into the second quarter, I'd like to thank one of our sponsors here tonight. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Pippa State Bank with 4 locations, including 2 branches in Huntington, 1 in North Manchester, and a branch in Roanoke. Pippa State Bank is an independent community bank. Thank you, Pippa State Bank, for your continued support of our broadcast. So, Brandon, what do you think the Vikings are doing well here tonight?
They're doing a great job, as Coach Thompson said, at playing at their own pace and getting buckets off of that, scoring very efficiently, taking only the shots that they want. A few shots that maybe weren't the best, but doing a lot better than what I saw in the past couple of games where they're taking a lot of not good shots, not shots in the flow of the offense. And it doesn't look like they're forcing much. And also doing a good job on the defensive side, not allowing easy buckets, making them hit shots, which they have so far. But as this game continues, we'll see if Norwell continues to hit those shots and to see if Huntington North keeps up the defense that they have been in this first quarter.
Yeah, I noticed that Huntington North is playing lockdown, especially Zach Nash. Zach Nash being face guarded, but being able to get back on defense and face guarding Cohen Bailey himself.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, not allowing him to be as much of a threat on offense as he can be. And it's what they're doing to him, too, taking two of the best scorers trying to take two of the best scorers out of them, and we'll see who steps up out of that.
So far, it's been Freiberger. Blaine Freiberger all day long, putting up 6 points in just 2 minutes that he's played. See if Schultz is able to show up tonight. Husband being pretty quiet here tonight so far. Looks like we're going to have Caden Cansonia being the quarterback. Looks like we have Chant recognizing the Crestview Cougars. That is a part of the Huntington Community School Corporation. One of the middle schools won the conference. 33-19, I believe you said. And looks like we're going to have Cansonia check it in to Bailey. Bailey guarded by Nash. Back over to Fiderspiel. To McBride. McBride trying to make something happen. Being guarded by Nash. Back over to Bailey. Bailey drives. Back over to Wallace. Wallace over to Cansonia. Cansonia with the lob to Fiderspiel. Gets triple teamed. And that's going to end up in the hands of Ethan Zahn.
So far, Norwell's offense has been a lot of over-the-top passes to get the ball baseline to number 30. And the Vikings have been doing a great job defending that, making him go behind the basket and make it a tough catch and tough shots, as we saw there where he was triple-teamed. Yeah, absolutely. And Zach Nash does a great job bringing it over to Freiberger. Now down low to Nash once again. Cross-court pass to Zahn for 3. That one is no good. Right off the front iron. Looks like McBride's going to get that rebound. Hustling down the court. Crosses up Zahn. Back over to Wallace. Finds his partner Bailey for 3. That one is good. And that is tied at 14. .6:45 here to play in the first half. That's going to be Dalton Husband with the rock. Top of the key. Passes over to Nash. Nash guarded by Bailey. Back over to Schultz. Guarded by McBride. Here to Husband. Husband trying to do work, and that's going to be a travel on the Vikings. Looks like we're going to have number 22, Cohen Bailey. Pass it into number 12, Adam McBride. Excuse me, that's going to be Nick McBride, the 5'8 freshman. As I saw in the JV game, he is a very good shooter, hitting quite a few three-pointers in the JV game. Let's see if he can have an impact beyond the three-point line in this varsity game.
Yeah, as I was setting up for the varsity game here tonight, I noticed that Nick McBride is very, very athletic. Ethan Zahn putting up a tough two. Very tough.
Great defense from number 10, on Norwell, but Ethan Zahn just doing a better job finishing, staying in the air a little bit longer.
Just as Spiderspiel does. And that's going to be no shot. Foul on the ground from the Vikings. Excuse me, that's going to be on Norwell.
Out of bounds, I believe. He got the offensive rebound and landed out of bounds, it seems.
Gotcha.
But Vikings doing a great job of guarding Ashton
Spiderspiel.
Fiderspiel. Doing a great job. He's, as Coach Thompson said, he's one of their main scorers this season, and Vikings doing a great job of not allowing him. I believe he has not scored yet, other than the free throws at the beginning of the game.
That, my friend, is an offensive play that you will see from the Vikings. Great basketball.
Great backdoor cut on a base guarded Zach Nash, realizes they're overplaying, not allowing him, and just gets a back cut into a wide open layup.
It's going to be down low to Fiderspiel. That one's going to be good for 2. 18-16 is your score. 5:20 left to play here in the first half. Zahn slowly taking it down the court. Crosses the red edge. Back over to Nash, left wing. Now left corner. He drives. Gets it poked out by Bailey. Down low to Husband. And gets blocked by Fiderspiel. Gains possession. Is Husband. To Nash. Down low to Zahn. Puts up 2. That one is good. Great basketball played by the Vikings here.
Great job realizing that the rotation is there once there was a person out of bounds, out of the play, 5-on-4 for the Vikings, and the Vikings doing a great job of finding the open man.
Absolutely. Norwell for 3. That one's going to be no good. Rebound goes to Zahn. Dalton Husband doing a great job guarding Fiderspiel. Fiderspiel definitely a big one. I believe he is 6'4", senior. Has some experience. Zahn for 3. No good. Zahn is getting unlucky. His shot's just spinning in and out.
Vikings also doing a great job of keeping them off the offensive glass. I believe only one offensive rebound and the Norwell player landed out of bounds after gaining possession. So Vikings not allowing any second chance points so far from what I've seen. And that's something that they really do a good job on, is getting the defensive rebound.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the Vikings not letting up the second chance points. Second chance shots, none of it. They are locking down on the boards. Quite a few different Norwell Knights checking in. We're going to have Nick McBride in, Adam McBride, Katie Cantonia, Adam Fiderspiel, and Cade Shelton. Zahn taking down the court once again. For the Vikings, we have Zahn, double, Freiberger, Schultz, and that's going to be Dalton Husband. To Schultz. Freshman on freshman. Back over to double. Double, left wing. Guarded by Adam McBride to Freiberger. Freiberger on Cade Shelton. To Zahn. Back over to double. Double now, top of the key. Right wing over to Schultz. That's going to be the right elbow to Freiberger. Puts up step back 2. That one is no good. Rebound goes to Cantonia. Cantonia over McBride. Guarded by double. McBride over to Fiderspiel. Fiderspiel doing his work over to Nick McBride. Finds Cantonia once again. Does a spin move. Tries to get out. Freiberger locking him down on defense. Over to Fiderspiel. Finds Adam. Guarded by double. Adam trying to find something. Trying to do work. Finds Caden over in the corner. Caden drives. Spin move. Puts up a 2. No good off the glass. Double with the rebound. Over to Zahn. Zahn now taking it down the court. Zahn trying to find somebody. Screens out by double. Pass off the screen. 2 double. Down low to Husband. Husband doing the work. Down low. Back over to double. Double now on the left wing. Down low to Husband. Husband, spin move, puts up a 2 off the glass, and that one is good. 22-17 is your score. 2:45 left to play here in the first half.
Great job by Dalton Husband, recognizing that Fiderspiel was on his upper shoulder, dropping down to that bottom block where he was wide open with Fiderspiel on his back for that easy layup.
Absolutely. This is a basketball game, Braden. This is probably one of the, I would say, the best basketball game other than DeKalb Carroll that I've seen.
Yeah, definitely a great game from the Vikings so far, coming out with a great intensity so far. And definitely a step up from what I saw at New Haven.
Oh, yeah.
A complete change, actually. Doing a great job on both ends, as we see there. Not allowing easy layups or post moves. Standing straight up and not moving.
Forcing a big man to shoot the three there, and that one is almost in, but that is in and out. 22-17. Schultz on the right wing. He drives, puts up step back two. No good. Rebound goes down to Norwell. That's going to be Adam McBride. It's going to be a timeout for the Knights. And I'm going to thank another one of our sponsors here tonight. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Hartberg, Roth, Garrett, Harborstead, and Garrett Law. With offices in Huntington, Roanoke, and Warren, the attorneys at HRG Law provide a full range of legal services to the Huntington community. More information can be found by visiting www.hrglaw or by calling 260-356-4100. Thank you, HRG Law, for your support of our broadcasts. Let's see what the Vikings are able to do. Coming out with just a minute and 45 seconds left to play in the first half. 22-17 to score. Brady, what do the Vikings need to do in order to come out on top and come out with maybe an 8-point lead coming into the second half?
I think they just need to stay in their offense and get the open looks that they can get out of their offense and just stay true to their offense. Like Coach Thompson has said repeatedly, space and pace, stay in their offense and just wait for their opportunity and just continue playing how they have on defense. Their defense has been incredible so far, only allowing 17 points to this Norwell team that averages 50 a game. So doing a great job on the defensive end, not allowing open shots down low, giving up a three every once in a while, and I think they're going to be okay with that, letting a team try to outshoot them.
Yeah, absolutely. The Vikings have not been able to be as productive as they want to beyond the arc, but tonight's game, they are on fire from beyond the arc. And that's going to be a steal to Freiberger. Tuzan doing a work, locking up his defender. Back over to Zahn. Zahn and Ash points Bob Tato, finds double. Double now on the right wing to Schultz. Now top of the key. Right elbow goes to Freiberger. Freiberger down under. Goes to double. Double back up top to Zahn. To Schultz. Schultz now on the right wing. Over to Husband. Excuse me, that's a double. Back over to Zahn. Down low to Schultz. Schultz puts up a tough two to get the and one.
Zach Nash getting hype again, yelling in the face of Titus Schultz, getting hype, bringing the energy back to this Viking team.
Looks like we're going to have Schultz at the line, 4-1. And his first one is up. And that one is good. I heard that his sister used to beat him up so that he can be able to make more of his free throw shots. His sister got up and tired of it. Back to Cantania. Cantania over to Shelton. Shelton down low, puts up a two. That one is going to be a foul. He would have made that one if he hadn't missed it. Come on, that was a good one, Brad.
That was a good one, Max.
That was a good one. Shelton at the line. Like Brad said earlier, relatively very even free throw line scores.
Zahn now playing with 2 fouls. He's consistently been in foul trouble so far this season, it seems. A lot of times getting switched on to bigger players and just having the foul, not allowing them to get the easy two. But it has caused him to foul out of, I believe, 2 games and put him on the bench for a majority of the second half many times this season.
You have to love how hard he plays, though. Absolutely. He plays with passion, and he definitely plays with some energy. Freiberger is now the quarterback here. Goes to Zahn. 40 seconds left to play. Slowly taking it down. Guarded by Cantania. Nash face guarded by Bailey. And the pressure works from Norwell to get that basketball right back in their hands. 20 seconds left to play.
Vikings had an opportunity to do it. You said go up 8 at half, but turning the ball over on the trap, allowing the Norwell Knights to have a chance to cut this lead down to 4 or 3.
Potentially, and that's going to be Cohen Bailey for 2, and that one is going to be no good as a foul is on the floor. I can almost smell the rubber from the squeaking of the shoes, and that's how hard both teams are playing tonight.
Both teams playing with great speed, great intensity, great discipline. Not a lot of fouling so far this game, and it's just been clean, good basketball so far, which we love to see.
Absolutely. 4 seconds left to play. Norwell puts up a 2. That one's no good. Back out to Cantonia for 3. No good. 25-19 is the score. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Viking basketball. I'm Max Roberg alongside here, Braden Christiansen. I'm going to take you here to the Commissioner's Corner just here in a moment. Not being able to find it right now. We're going to put that one right there. And ladies and gentlemen, here you go.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone. This is our weekly conversation with Paul Neidig, the Commissioner of the IHSAA. It's an extremely busy time, high school sports in our state. We are getting ready to crown our first champion in the winter sports schedule this very, very soon. Girls swimming coming up this weekend, correct?
That's right, Coach. We'll be at the beautiful auditorium this weekend. Where world champions have been crowned many, many times, the home of Indiana's Olympians and others. But girls swimming, we'll be there this Friday night and Saturday. And actually, Coach, it's the 50th anniversary this year of our girls swimming state championship. So, as I think the story goes, that Carmel will be looking to defend once again, and they have a strong team as they always do. It's the quality of swimming in this state. We have kids that will be actually swimming for national records, and we'll do that with the girls this week, and in 2 weeks we'll do it with the boys. World level athletes swim in our high school meet every year, and so it's going to be a great weekend.
Also, we got wrestling semi-states. We're getting closer to being down in Evansville for the championships in wrestling. First time down there, and I'm assuming right now people are just beyond excited about the prospects of the wrestling championship in not too many days.
Oh, they are, and Evansville's my hometown, and Poseville's my hometown, but Evansville's where I live, and it's that community is excited. They're throwing out they've got keys to the city and the red carpet, and the shuttle bus is warmed up to put a great show on for the people that'll be visiting Evansville. Many people will be getting there for the first time, and the Ford Center will be an exciting place because we anticipate sellouts for all sessions, and again, the quality of wrestling is really strong, and Evansville is ready to host. I know they've been working hard, and they're prepared to put their best foot forward as we show up there in 2 weeks.
Regionals in girls basketball coming up, and as we're talking about championships, we're also talking about pairing shows. The boys pairing show will come up on the 19th of February, and this weekend, the semi-state pairing show coming up on IHSAATV.org. Tell me about the pairing show coming up for the girls semi-states.
Yeah, Coach, it's something new that we started last year. And, we had a slight tournament change, and it was met with, I think, a lot of success. But on Sunday at 2 o'clock, we're going to have a draw show for the semi-state pairing. So we'll hit all of our venues around the state, and we'll let people know who's playing in the 1A South and the 2A South and the subsequent tournaments in the North, and then we're going to lay out the day across this state for how our semi-state's going to be, and it's adds a level of excitement. Another pairing show for our participants to tune into, and Greg Rakestraw will break the brackets down as he can, and we'll talk about the tournament and the march towards Gamebridge Fieldhouse, home of the Fever and the Pacers.
We had a great weekend last week with the sectional championships. I'm assuming from your standpoint, it was a successful beginning to a great tournament.
It was. We had great crowds. I mean, our staff was across the state attending those games, and I watched several on IHSA TV, and the crowds were just phenomenal. And I'm always thankful that community still matters, and people want to get out and support their local teams as they always have, and they're still out there doing it in great fashion in this state.
Don't forget, everyone, get out and support your student athletes in your community. We have girls swimming at the natatorium this weekend, wrestling semi-states going on around the state, the pairing show for the girls tournament, semi-state pairing show, 2 o'clock on Sunday, and the boys pairing show, boys basketball championship pairing show coming up on the 19th of February. Commissioner, thank you so much for all you do. Thanks for taking time. Enjoy the busy weekend, and we'll look forward to our conversation next week.
Absolutely, Coach, and you have a great week, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
And we bring you back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Max Verbuck, and I'm alongside here, Braden Christiansen. Braden's got some stats for y'all tonight.
For the Norwell side of things, for the scoring, Cade Shelton with 4 points, Caden Quintala with 3, Adam McBride with 3, also Cone Bailey with 5, and Ashton Fetterspiel with 4. On the rebounding side of things, Caden Quintala has 5, my apologies, and Adam McBride has 3. And as far as team stats go, the Norwell Knights have 9 total rebounds, 2 offensive, 7 defensive. They have 5 assists as a team and 5 turnovers. And they're shooting 6 for 18 from the field, 33%, and 2 for 6 from beyond the arc, and 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Now moving on to the Viking side of things. For the scoring, Ethan Zahn has 4 with 3 rebounds, Zach Nash with 8 points, Titus Schultz with 3 points on that and 1 layup that he had, Dalton Husband with 4 points, 4 rebounds, Blaine Freiberger with 6 points, 2 total rebounds, both of them being offensive. And as a team, the Vikings have 4 offensive rebounds, 7 assists, and only 5 turnovers so far this game. And they're shooting 11 for 22 from the field and 2 for 6 from beyond the arc. Vikings doing a great job in all aspects so far this game. One thing that really stuck out to me is the offensive rebound and second chance points. The Vikings have 4 offensive rebounds and 8 second chance points. They have scored on every single one of their offensive rebounds that they have gotten, while the Norwell Knights have scored on none, one of them being a rebound that was caught and then stepped out of bounds immediately, and the other one being at the very end of the half where it was a very far tip out past the three-point line, a very long rebound, and just a heave from a few feet beyond the three-point line. Vikings doing a great job on the defensive glass, not allowing the Norwell Knights to get any offensive rebounds. With them having 14 defensive rebounds, that's a big part of tonight's game. And another thing that I noticed is that the Vikings have 9 points off of the turnovers, while Norwell only has 2, with the Vikings having 5 both teams having 5 turnovers, but the Vikings just doing a better job capitalizing off of those turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. And then when you look at the stats, the first thing that spoke out to me was the points per possession. Huntington Norwell has 1.08 points per possession compared to the Norwell Knights 0.79 points per possession.
Vikings doing a great job of making the most of every possession and not wasting possessions like they have done this entire season, doing a great job cleaning it up.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems that once I believe that Holiday Hoops hit, Vikings figured it out. Absolutely. 5 wins since then, started off 0-7. Now the Vikings are able to figure it out. Many close games. I believe it was DeKalb and Carroll were very close. Leo was as well. Canterbury got a little bit out of hand, and right now the Vikings lead by 6 to Norwell.
They've done a great job since that tournament. They've had a couple rough patches, couple rough games, but they've also had some of their best games against very tough opponents like Carroll, where they only lost by 1. They've just done a great job since that tournament of having everything click, it seems. And once they stay in their offense and stay to what Coach Thompson coaches them to do, what he talks about all the time in his interviews, it seems like they're really playing good basketball. It's just when they go back to what to what they have learned in the past and get into bad habits that they have, the games aren't as good, or they go through bad stretches during the game, which leads to the Vikings losing, which we've seen a lot. They've been so good for a long stretch of time, and then once they get back into their old habits, it doesn't turn out very well, and there's miscommunications, and they allow the other team to score a lot on defense, mostly defensive miscommunications. But what we've seen so far tonight is the Vikings playing all together on defense and only allowing 19 points to this Norwell Knights team in this first half, doing a great job on the defensive end.
Yeah, absolutely. And then something I want to see here in the second half is Titus Schultz show up. He showed up with the O board and then put the and one. That's when he showed up. I want to see him hit the threes. He is great at doing it. In the warm-ups, he did not miss a shot. Neither did, I believe, I counted 2 or 3 missed shots in the warm-ups here. Coming in the second half, I want to see what that's able to accomplish. And I want to see what Coach Thompson said to the Vikings and coming in the second half here, if they're able to capitalize just like they did coming into the first quarter.
Yes, Titus Schultz definitely has the skills to be a great shooter. He's definitely going to be great in the next 3 years, but with a lot of the offense being focused on, a lot of the defense being focused on Ethan Zahn and Zach Nash, we'll see how open he can get and see if he can get some open threes in this second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Ethan Zahn taking down the court now. To Schultz. That's going to be a trap. Over to Freiberger. To Zahn. Zahn on the right wing. Zahn thought about the 3-ball. Didn't take it. Back over to Nash. Nash for 3. And boom goes the dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. That one is good. Zach Nash doing what he does best. Hitting the 3-ball here tonight. That is his 3rd.
3 for 3 now from the 3-point line. Doing such an efficient rate as he has. He's shooting a lot more efficient than he has all season, but he's done a pretty good job this season shooting very efficiently from 3. And
Absolutely.
We're seeing that right now.
That's Schultz for 3, and then boom goes the dynamite one more time, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a quick timeout for Norwell.
Definitely want to talk things over after 2 quick threes, something that they tried so hard to stop in this after those first 2 possessions from Zach Nash, and they did a good job after that, not allowing another 3, but 2 right out of halftime from Zach Nash and Titus Schultz, 2 very capable shooters. And
I heard that Titus Schultz's sister used to beat him up here just before coming into this second half. And then Titus Schultz hits a boom, big 3 coming into the second half.
Just as we were talking about right before the game came back on, actually. Cross-court pass to Titus Schultz after 5 people on one side, Titus Schultz alone on the other side. Good pass. Good vision from Zach Nash after being doubled to pass it all the way to the corner to a wide-open Titus Schultz.
Absolutely. His sister would be proud. Zach Nash face guarding Cohen Bailey. Over to Cantonia. Back over to Shelton. To McBride for 3. No good. And that rebound goes to Freiberger. Loose ball. Anyone's possession. To Freiberger. Back over to McBride. McBride gets another shot. To Freiberger. Excuse me. That's going to be Freiberger. Puts up 2. That one's going to be good. 3rd offensive rebound. Second one that they put up here tonight.
First, second chance points of the night for Norwell, but just seemed like a miscommunication between Blaine Freiberger and himself. Couldn't decide to whether to do a chest pass or a bounce pass. Yeah. Just threw it at Zach Nash's knees into a...
It's going to be a turnover on the Vikings. And that's going to be an easy 2-point for the Norwell Knights. 31-23 is the score. A couple quick points for Norwell.
2 scores for both teams coming out of this half, and 2 timeouts from each side. Very quick timeout so far. Coach Thompson just wants to make sure the Vikings are making smart passes after they got a little bit excited from the first 2 possessions of this half. Got a little excited, made some mistakes, allowed some easy layups, and they want to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, absolutely. See what the Vikings are now able to do. Coming out, leading by 8, 6:20 left to play here in the 3rd. That's going to be Ethan Zahn. Take it down to Nash. To Schultz. Schultz now on top of the key. Back over to Freiberger. Freiberger finds Nash. 6 minutes to play. And that's going to be 3 from Zahn. That one's going to be no good. Rebound comes down with the Knights. That's going to be Adam McBride. Adam McBride. We have Cohen Beatty. We have Cannon Cantonio. We have Fiderspiel. And then we have Shelton for the Knights. That's going to be Cohen Bailey. He drives. Gets it down low. And that's going to be Nash's ball. Back over to Ethan Zahn. Ethan Zahn coming down the court. Hustling quickly. To Husband. Gets poked out. Zahn finds the ball. Zahn to Nash. Nash for 3 on the top of the key. And that one is no good. Rebound goes to Bailey. To Fiderspiel. Puts up 3. That's like a fish out of water. Pump fakes, and he puts up a tough 2.
Got Blaine Freiberger to jump a little bit on the closeout, or Dalton Husband. I don't remember which one it was. My apologies. But got him to jump in the air a little bit on the pump fake and goes around them for the up and under and one layup. Very good, smooth move. But
offensive rebound goes to Norwell. To Fiderspiel. Back over to Shelton. To Cantonia. Back over to McBride. McBride, top of the key. Left wing goes to Bailey. Puts up a pump fake. He drives wide open layup. Another timeout from the Vikings. That's a full timeout. Mark Twain would not be proud of that one.
And it looks like Dalton Husband just got turned around, got distracted by the screens that were happening up top, and just allowed Cohen Bailey to drive right behind him for an easy left-handed layup.
What do the Vikings need to do in order to change something? Because obviously coming out, Titus Schultz hits a big 3, and now the Vikings let go of 3 offensive rebounds for 6. I believe 7 points because one of them was an and one.
Yeah, just poor execution so far. After that very, very hot start, they haven't really seemed to pick up the intensity that they had coming out of this half. Just playing poor defense, lots of miscommunications. A lot so far, I believe 2 or 3 turnovers, a few not so great shots. So they just need to clean it up a little bit like they did in the first half. To keep on playing how they have, just clean it up a little bit, and I think they'll be fine as they have all game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all they need to do is just need to reset. Take the reset button, take a deep breath, see what they're able to do. Vikings come out with Titus Schultz, Ethan Zahn, Zach Nash, Blaine Freiberger, and Dalton Husband. Norwell's going to come out with Bailey, McBride. Excuse me. That's Cantonia, Fiderspiel, and Shelton. Ethan Zahn guarded by Cantonia. Over to Schultz. It's going to be a 3-quarter court press. Husband guarded by Fiderspiel. To Nash. Nash more on the right wing. Now right corner to Schultz. Schultz spin moves. Down low to Husband. Gets poked out. Finds it. Regains it. Back over to Freiberger. To Nash. Nash pump fakes. He drives. Tries to put up a floater, and that one's going to be good. 33-27. Vikings lead by 6.
Nash doing a great job of getting Bailey off his feet with the pump fake. Just getting him to rise up a little bit because he has been such a threat from deep, being face guarded, and just doing a great job getting around him and hitting the tough floater over Fiderspiel.
That's all it is. Vikings is doing a great job on defense. And that's going to be a travel forced by the Vikings. One play I noticed was Nash and Zahn doing a great work against Bailey and Cantonia. Bailey loves to go to his left to drive to his basket. Ethan Zahn forces him to. Zach Nash catches him. Great defense by the Vikings. 4 minutes to play here in the third. Nash. Back to Husband. To Zahn. Back to Schultz. Back over to Husband. Right wing. Back to Nash. Left elbow to Freiberger. Freiberger trying to find somebody. Goes over the head of Bailey to Nash. Nash trying to do something. Freiberger for 3. That's a fish out of water, and that one is no good.
Freiberger has hit a few of those this year, but definitely not a shot that you want to see after that long of an offensive possession.
That's going to be a foul on Zach Nash. That's going to put the Knights here at the charity stripe 4-2.
That'll be Zach Nash's second foul. Going to have to be careful the rest of the game. He could get fouls very quickly. Guarding a guard that ball handles the ball a lot. One of their main offensive players. Going to have to be careful keeping his hands off, keeping his body off. Not getting into foul trouble for the rest of this game.
McBride puts up one, and that one's going to be no good. Rebound almost goes to Schultz, gets tipped, finds Cantania. Back over to McBride. Vikings cannot let those offensive rebounds go to the Vikings. Go to the Knights. That's Feiderspiel. Coming down, though, to Bailey for three. And that one is good. 33 to 31 now is your score.
Vikings now bringing out of a more three-point shooting, quicker lineup out here with Dalton Husband. With Dalton Husband, Ethan Zahn, Sam Double, and Zach Nash. 4 of the 5 players are very capable shooters. Definitely something that's going to be a big part of the rest of this game.
Turnover on the Knights, recovered by Nash. Nash finds some trouble, gives it over to Double. Back to Zahn. See what Zahn's capable of. Back to Double. Now to Schultz. Gets poked out by the Knights. Schultz making a spin move to Nash. Nash for three. And that's going to be a pump fake and a foul on Feiderspiel. It's going to be a very hard foul. Nash got him a great bite.
Got him up in the air, drove past him, and then ran into him midair, knocking him over. Very hard foul, but Vikings retain possession.
Nash gets the ball from Schultz, tries to put up 2. That one's no good. That's going to be a foul on Zach Nash. That's going to be his third of the night.
Very touchy foul on there. It looked like he had a all ball, but we're pretty far away. Hard to tell from all the way up here, opposite corner, but
absolutely. Tough angle. Looks like number 20, that's going to be Owen Wallace, checks in. Finds Cone Bailey. Down low, 2 Feiderspiel down low. That's going to be an easy 2. The knot is tied at 33.
Knights fighting their way back in this with tough defense and great efficient offense. What the Vikings did have for most of this first half, of the game, but not at so much this second half. But Zach Nash puts up a 3. That one is short. Dalton Husband with the offensive rebound to Titus Schultz. Back to Nash, who takes it to the top of the key. To Titus on the right wing. Back to Double.
Vikings had a 6-point lead at half, now tied at 33. That's going to be Double. 4-3. That's going to be no good. Rebound goes to Feiderspiel. Quickly passes it out, but to McBride. McBride over to Feiderspiel. Right wing. He thinks about it. Back over to Bailey. Guarded by Schultz. Gets Schultz to bite. Does a Euro step. Puts up 2. That one's no good. That's going to go to Sam Double. To Zahn. Zahn. Corner for Schultz. 4-3. And that one's a boom. That one is good, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the defender wall stepped in a hole. Whole lot of trouble, that is. Looks like Cohen Bailey's going to take it down. 40 seconds left to play. Feiderspiel guarded by Double. 35 to play. Gets a Double to bite hard. Pass it back out to what looks to be a Wallace or a Bailey. To McBride. That's Feiderspiel. 19 seconds to play. 17 seconds to play. That's Bailey with the ball, standing on the right edge. Just beyond half court. Guarded by Nash. Looks like the Knights are going to have the last possession. And that's going to be stolen by Double. Double gives it to Schultz. Schultz at the three-point line for 3. And that one is no good. 36 to 33 is your score right at the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Max Arbrock. And I'm alongside here, Brady Christiansen. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a ball game. So, Brady, what are the Vikings doing great, and what do they need to work on?
They really struggled on the keeping the Knights off of the offensive glass there in that third quarter. But the Knights clawing back into this game, tying it up, but now the Vikings are back ahead 3 after a big Titus Schultz 3 in the corner. But the offense for the Vikes has been on and off, but they have shown very good streaks of amazing offense. As we saw in the first half, if they continue to keep that offense as they did. But Norwell doing a great job of stepping up their defensive intensity, forcing the ball outside past the three-point line, not allowing easy rip drives, doing a good job of helping. And the Vikings not doing a great job of getting the ball into the paint as much as they want, settling for a lot of jump shots and a lot of possessions ending in turnovers. But the Vikings still doing a good job on defense overall, allowing not as easy shots. They had a few let-ups on that, but mostly off of defensive miscommunication. And I think they definitely have to clean that up in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. The Vikings need to be able to clean up, like what you said, and also the O boards. The Knights will capitalize on the O boards, and they have showed it, and they will keep showing it.
The Vikings did a great job in that first half. 8 points off of offensive rebound on 4 offensive rebounds, but not doing so good in this start of the second half, allowing quite a few offensive rebounds.
That's going to be a great pass. Hard foul by Nash. That's going to be Nash's 4th. Looks like Freiberg is going to be checking in.
Zach doing a great job up top on the foul, but down low, he just barrels through him. All ball up top. A lot of body contact, though.
Yeah. That's definitely what it looks like from up here.
Now taking Zach Nash out of lineup for Blaine Freiberger. Definitely going to be a big change for the Vikings offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Without Zach Nash, it's something that's tough. It's definitely tough for the Vikings. Zach Nash being one of the senior leaders.
And one of the best three-point shooters on this team, as we have seen, and doing a great job just overall offense and defensively doing a great
Zach
job.
Nash is a menace on defense. I said it last year, and I'm going to say it again. Zach Nash has the potential to be a menace, and he's showing it up in this game. Dalton Husband, right wing, top the key, 2 double. He's going to be down low. That's going to be a foul. 1 hard foul, a couple after.
Looks like Blaine Freiberger jumped up to get that offensive rebound as the whistle was being called and landed on one of the Norwell players, but looks like everybody's okay.
It looked brutal. Not going to lie.
Blaine Freiberger is a very strong person to be landing on someone. Good. Glad everybody's all right, though.
Yeah. Ethan Zahn puts up his first, and that one's no good. Ethan Zahn up for 3. Up for a second one. That one's good.
And Blaine Freiberger on the ground again. This time with Fighterspiel on the ground with him.
Yeah, hats off to whoever keeps those uniforms washed. Blaine Freiberger makes those go dirty. That's going to be Fighterspiel with the rock. Cross-court pass to Bailey for 3. That one's going to be no good. Rebound goes to Fighterspiel. Tries to put up one. It's going to be no good. That's going to be a Knights ball. O-board to the Knights. Puts up another one. Poked out of bounds by the Vikings.
Luckily, the three-point shot doesn't go. Sam Double got caught ball watching a little bit. Cross-court pass goes, and the shot goes up. But the Norwell Knights get the offensive rebound.
It's Fighterspiel with the inbounds pass. To Bailey. That's McBride. To Shelton. Back over to McBride. McBride left wing. McBride now with the rock. That was Bailey with the rock. To McBride. Now to Cantonia. To Fighterspiel for 2. It's going to be up top. That's going to be a violation.
Very tough shot from Fighterspiel. Vikings doing a great job of keeping him outside of the paint where he really excels. He does a great job having to shoot a elbow jumper, which is not the most efficient shot for a big to be taking.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a difficult shot. It's tough. It's tough for anyone. Ethan Zahn doing the work on the offense in the corner. Down low to Double. Double tries to put up a shot. That one's no good off the front iron. Rebound goes to the Knights. Looks like that's to McBride. Back over to Bailey. 6:08 left to play. 37-35 is your score. Down low to Fighterspiel. That one's an easy two-pointer. Gets down to bite on the pump fake. Puts up a nice, easy lay-in.
Great misdirection there from the Knights, sending, I believe, McBride up to the elbow, having the help defender on the backside have to move up and throwing the overtop pass to Fighterspiel. Very good.
It's going to be stolen from the Knights. See if he can put up a dunk. That one's no good. That's a lay-in.
And
full timeout from
questionable
Coach Eric Thompson.
dribble and potential pickup there, but refs did not see it, and easy 2 points for the Knights.
That's all that matters. 39-37 to score. 5:38 here to play. Left in the ball game. Knights lead by 2. Brad, what do the Vikings need to do in order to come back? Obviously, they're losing it just a little bit. They haven't lost it all the way yet, but they're on track to. The Knights are on a great track right now, but the Vikings are not. What do the Vikings need to do in order to turn this around?
So far, the Vikings just aren't clicking on offense, it seems, as they were in this first half. This first half was amazing from the Vikings on both sides, and they're just letting up a little bit, it seems, which they can't really afford right now in such a critical part of the game. They're just turning the ball over a little bit too much, which they have done all season, and they've been able to live with it a little bit. But in such a close game, it's a very hard thing to just be giving up loose ball and fast break turnovers.
Yeah.
Turnovers that lead to easy layups, just like the one we saw, easy breakout opportunities. And they just need to clean up their offense in general. Like, the passes that they are making are not the cleanest, and they're not they're very long most of the time. But the Norwell Knights doing a great job on defense. They just need to clean up their passes and get all together like they were in that first half. They seem to be playing as a team very well.
Yeah, like Coach Thompson said in the interview, if they play their game, they're going to come out with a W. And that's what needs to happen here tonight. No kickball violation. Questionable call on that one. Back over to Freiberger. 2 double. Double in the left corner. Guarded by Cantonia. Looks like he has a hurt ankle right there. And double gets up fine. Dalton has been doing a work down low. The knot is tied at 39. Not sure what that was about. Score is tied at 39. Looks like the Knights are going to be coming down. That's Cohen Bailey. Tries to put up 2. And that's back to Fighterspiel. Gets no board, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be on Freiberger for 2 shots. Student section chance, you can't do that. It looks like the Huntington North pit is not looking alive. Looking a little dead. The energy has shifted just a bit from the beginning of the game. Firespiel's first one is up. That one is good. Firespiel is going to put up a second one here in just a moment. That one is up. That one going to be good. It's going to be Schultz with the inbounds pass to Zahn. Zahn guarded by Bailey. Very closely guarded. To Husband. Husband doing the work down low against Fighterspiel. Now down low to Double. It's going to be out of the hands of Double. Finds McBride. Your score is 41-39. Knights lead. 4:35 left to play. That's going to be Cantonia. Back to Shelton. Shelton down low. Over to McBride for 3. In and out. Rebound goes to Husband. Guarded by Fighterspiel. To Zahn. Zahn now taking it down the left side of the court. .9 WVSH is the station. If you're on the live stream, if you want to watch the live stream, go to YouTube, find HNH Athletics. Schultz for 3. That one's no good. Rebound goes to the Knights. Like I was saying, go to YouTube, HNHS Athletics, and you will find the live stream for tonight's game. To McBride, guarded by Schultz. Up top to Fighterspiel. Now to Shelton. 3:45 to play. 41-39 to score. Knights lead. Baby, left corner. Finds Fighterspiel. Fighterspiel against Schultz. Schultz doesn't bite. Back to McBride. 3:30. It's going to be dead ball. Back over to Cantonia. to Shelton. 3:20 now to play. 42nd possession. To Cantania for three. That one is good. 44-39 is now your score. Vikings trail by 5. Vikings need a 3 here. 3 to play. To Schultz. Schultz now top of the key. To Zahn. Zahn now left wing. It's going to be Dalton Husband taking it down. Tries to put up 2. And that one is no good. Hits the bottom of the backboard. Back over to Bailey. Bailey tries to put up 2. That one is good. Vikings now trail by 7. Vikings need the momentum back here. And that's going to be a turnover on the Vikings. Vikings now trail by 7. 46-39. The game is still in a very reachable position for the Vikings. To Bailey. Back over to McBride. McBride guarded by double. To Feiderspiel. Feiderspiel now down low. Tries to put up 2. He's going to get 2 shots for him. .209 left to play. 46-39. Looks like it's going to be a student section battle. Feiderspiel. His first is up. That one's no good. Right off the front iron. Zach Nash now coming in for double.
Zach hoping to bring the spark on the offensive side that the Vikings need. Been very quiet so far in this fourth quarter. Definitely going to need a few shots, and Zach Nash is definitely capable of hitting those.
Absolutely. The Vikings need to come out with something. We'll see if Zach Nash is the answer to the problem that the Vikings have.
And even if he doesn't hit shots, he brings defense with him, and Ethan Zahn with a nice, crafty and one finish at the basket.
Great work by Ethan Zahn. Ethan Zahn, just I believe 5'9", 5'10", and he's doing the work against 6'4" Feiderspiel. Ethan Zahn now to complete the three-point play. This is up. That one is no good. In and out. Feiderspiel with the rebound. Zach Nash now guarding McBride with the rock. Zach Nash very quickly lateral movement. 1:45 to play. Vikings now trail by 6 points. 47-41 is the score. That's going to be Cohen Bailey with the rock now, guarded by Husband. Bailey over to Cantania. Back to Bailey. To Feiderspiel. And now that's going to be out of bounds on the Vikings. Referee says it was tipped out. So do some of the Knights players. The Vikings are not challenging that call in the slightest. That's going to be Shelton. 47-41 to score. This ball game is very handleable. Just 2 threes puts us at a tie ball game.
That first starts with a few defensive stops or a turnover caused by the Vikings, and the Norwell Knights doing a great job passing the ball around. Oh.
Looks
As
like
I say that, the Vikings create a turnover. Ethan Zahn getting in there, and then Cade Shelton fouling on the loose ball.
Was that a foul or was that a jump ball there?
I believe it was a foul.
Could have been a foul. I couldn't see it super well, so.
I believe Ethan Zahn had the ball, and yes, it does say on the board that
okay,
there are 3 fouls on him.
And a block from the Knights. Schultz trying to be a hero, does not work out, gets him to bite, and McBride goes right back on defense. And that's going to be a wild pass from the Knights. 47-41 is the score. Vikings need 2 3-point balls here. Ethan Zahn now with the ball. See what the Vikings are able to come up with. Looks like it's going to be a foul on the floor. No shot. That one's going to be on number 10, Cantania. It's going to be a full timeout from the Vikings. 47-41 is the score. 43 seconds left to play. So, Braden, what do you think the Vikings are going to come out with? 43 seconds to play, 6 points.
They're definitely going to come out with a shot for a play for a 3-point attempt. I think the smart move here is to go with misdirection. Have a play going on one side and have a back screen or a pin screen going on the other side for hopefully a long pass into a 3-point shot. And if that doesn't work, they're just going to need to get a couple screens going and get into a set quickly and to try to put up a 3. I'm not sure what play Coach Eric Thompson is drawing up, but I believe it's definitely going to be for a 3-point shot.
And who do you think that's going to be? You got Schultz, you got Zion, and you got Nash. Even Freiberger. Freiberger's the big man. He can shoot, though. I
believe that they're going to face guard Nash, not allow him to get the ball, and I believe Blaine's going to take the ball out, and I think they're going to have to go with Titus Schultz because Zahn and Nash are definitely going to be guarded heavily, so they're definitely going to have to go with Titus Schultz, I believe, because I believe most of the attention will be on Ethan Zahn, actually, because Zach Nash will be taking the ball out. So they might be trying to go for a inbound the ball and then get it to Zach Nash off of a screen from the inbound.
We'll see what's able to happen. Zach Nash to Freiberger. 40 seconds to play. Ball gets to Nash. Nash puts a pump fake, puts up a 3, and that's blocked by the Knights. It's going to be 30 seconds to play here. Vikings need 6 points. That's McBride with the ball. Need a foul here. It's going to be timeout goes to the Knights. 24 seconds to play. Vikings trail by 6 here. See what the Knights are going to be able to come up with. I'm going to send you to a short little break here as we just wait for this timeout.
Here's a fun fact for you. The average chameleon can point their eyes in 2 different directions. On the other hand, the average human can't. So unless you're a chameleon, there's absolutely no way you can focus on texting and driving at the same time. So don't do it, unless you're a chameleon.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
And we bring you back. The Vikings need their student section to show up. Not doing a great work. I believe none of the pit leaders are there tonight. Maybe Royce. He might be the only one that's down there. I know in football season, the Vikings relied on Zach Nash to be a great pit leader for him. 47-41, 24 seconds to play. Looks like Tony Decker's going to come out.
And Blake Sheward. Blake Sheward, a great 3-point shooter, as I've seen throughout many years playing with him. He can really shoot the ball. And Tony Decker, a very good defensive player, also has 5 fouls to give.
It's going to be out of bounds on the Knights. That's going to be Vikings ball. Freiberger and Schultz now check back in. Looks like Decker and Sheward were just there for defensive purposes.
Looks like it's going to be defensive offense now with Schultz coming in for Blake and Freiberger coming in.
Zahn for 3. No good. In and out. Rebound goes to Nash. Nash puts up a 2. That one is good. 16 to play. Timeout from the Vikings. That's going to be Decker and Sheward come checking in. Looks like that may be a full timeout here. See what the Vikings are able to draw up. Vikings trail by 4 points. An and 1 3-point ball will do it. However, that is not guaranteed. You have to get the foul and you have to make the shot.
Definitely going to try to go into a full court trap, and if they don't get the ball within the first 2 passes, I believe they do have to foul. Maybe even in the first pass with how much time is left.
The Vikings do have a foul to give before it gets to the automatic double bonus.
That is definitely going to play a role. They're going to have to. Still have quite a bit of time before the Knights are actually shooting. So that might play a big part in the end of this game. They're going to have to get turnovers and not rely on fouling.
That's going to be the first warning buzzes. Vikings will come out with Sheward, Zahn, Decker, Husband, and Nash. Looks like Knight's going to come out with Bailey Shelton, McBride, Cantonia, and Fiderspiel. Shelton's going to be checking the ball in. It's going to be 2 Fiderspiel. Looks like it's going to be the 4th foul from the Vikings. 15 to play. Nick McBride checking in for Shelton, it looks like. A freshman checking in the senior. Knights to pass it in. Looks like they're going to find McBride. That's going to be a foul on Zahn. That's going to be Zahn's 4th, I believe. 12 seconds to play. 47 to 45 is the score. Zahn's 3rd. McBride puts his first one. No, it's no good. Fiderspiel, excuse me, Freiberger and Schultz now checked in. It's going to be Nick McBride for his second one. That one is going to be no good. Rebound goes to Schultz. Nash now taking it down. Nash for 3. That one is good. 1 second to play. It's going to be a foul on the Vikings. Let the clock play for a very long time.
Looks like Norwell just let the ball bounce out of bounds, waited for the ref to go get it and give it to him to start the count. They could have held the ball for all 5 seconds left on the clock, but they inbounded with 3 seconds left for some reason. They could have won that game right there, but they draw it out a little more because the clock does not stop off of made baskets, and I do not believe that Coach Thompson had any timeouts left in this game.
If Norwell does miss the shot, the Vikings are able to get one more full court shot up. Puts up a shot. That one is good. Vikings now need.
I think the smart thing to do here would be to miss the shot. I'll make the Vikings throw up a half-court heave instead, and he does.
Puts up his full quarter, and that one is no good. Very close to making it. Ladies and gentlemen, your final score is 48 to 46. Norwell Knights do take the W on that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to tonight's broadcast. I am Max Rohrbach alongside here, Brady Christiansen. I'm going to send you to a quick little PSA here. I was waiting for the halftime stats and a post-game interview with Coach Thompson.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go? I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
On D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D, that means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
It's time for the Commissioner's
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
And we bring you back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Max Sorbuck, alongside here Braden Christiansen. He's going to kick you off with some post-game statistics.
Starting off with the Norwell Knights side, Cade Shelton with 4 points, Caden Quintala with 6, Adam McBride with 6 also, Cohen Bailey with 17, shooting 7 for 11 from the field, Ashton Fetterspiel with 15 and 5 rebounds. Also for rebounds, Caden Quintala had 9, Adam McBride had 6. As a team, they had 7 offensive rebounds and 28 total rebounds. One of the first games in a while, I believe, that the Vikings have been out-rebounded on the offensive and defensive side, but the Vikings only have 6 offensive rebounds and 23 total rebounds. The Norwell Knights also had 11 assists, 12 turnovers, and 8 steals, which led to a lot of fast break points for the Norwell Knights, which I think was a big difference in this game was the live ball turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing was the shooting percentages. They shot 44%, 16 for 36 from the field, and 4 for 11 from 3 with 36.4%. And the free throw line, the Vikings went 2 for 4, only shooting 4 total free throws, and they only hit 2 of them, while the Norwell Knights shot 12 for 19, shooting 63%.
Wow.
Moving on to the scoring for the Huntington North Vikings. Ethan Zahn had 7 with 3 rebounds. Zach Nash with 18 points and 4 rebounds. A very loud night for him despite the loss. Titus Schultz with 9 points also. 2 threes and 1 layup. Dalton Husband with 6 points, 6 assists, and 3 offensive rebounds. Blaine Freiberger with 6 points and 4 rebounds. As a team, they had 6 total offensive rebounds, which I already mentioned, and 23 as a team with 11 assists and 10 turnovers, which is very good for them. But the thing that was the main part was 8 of them were off of steals. And they shot 42% from the field and only 28% from 3, shooting 6 for 21. Going to the overall teams, the points off turnovers, Norwell had 9, while Huntington North had 11. Second chance points, Norwell had 7, while Huntington North had 10. And points per possession, Norwell had 0.96 and Huntington North had 0.92. Both teams doing a very great job, a very similar job scoring per possession. It just came down to who had more possessions.
Yeah.
And points off of the bench, Huntington North had 15 coming from Blaine Freiberger and Titus Schultz, while Norwell had 0.
Really? 0 points off the bench. Wow, that's surprising. I'm going to take you here to a post-game interview with Coach Thompson now. First of all, Coach, that's a tearjerker. That's a tough loss right there.
Yeah, too many mistakes, and then unforced errors, like I was talking about, and then had to call too many timeouts early to stop runs. Then we ran out at the end there. Didn't have enough.
Yeah, that's definitely tough. What can you tell me about that game from a coach's perspective? Obviously, you said there was too many mistakes. Can you dive a little deeper in that for me?
Well, just on both sides of the ball, we on the defensive end, scattering report. When we followed it, good things happened. Held them to 19 points first half, and very few easy buckets unless we gave them turnovers, bad passes for them getting layups. And then second half, kind of lost what got us there minutes-wise. So 16 minutes. I think we played some pretty good defense. 16 minutes the first half, probably pretty darn close. And second half, maybe 10. And Norwell punished us for our mistakes. And on the offensive end, got kind of antsy, shot too many deep shots instead of being patient and getting our shot. We kind of, after a few passes, just shoot one.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And then.
Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll learn. We'll learn.
And then for the Norwell Knights, they were 12 for 19 from the charity stripe, and then Huntington North was 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. But from up here, it did not look like Norwell had 19 attempts at the charity stripe.
Well, and that's a difference between us settling for threes, like I talked, and them not, basically.
Yeah.
I can see. Let's see. I don't know if I have total stats on 3-point shooting.
I think it was that was 6 for 21.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So, especially when you're shooting as poorly as we did. So, it's below 30%. That's no good. And we were right there, though. We did enough to be able to have a chance at the end to throw a long one for a prayer. And
that was close.
It was close.
It was real close.
So, again, there's lots of great things I'm seeing. We just need to string together more of that and less of the other, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And then lastly, can you talk to me a little bit about your seniors? I know you said something about in the beginning for the pregame interview, but I just want to give some honor to your seniors that you have this year.
Oh, most definitely. And as we talked earlier, it's tough being a senior coming in, new coach, you're used to a program for Coach Teagle was here for 8 years, and he runs it a certain way. And then, that's all they've known, basically. They start junior Vikes clear back in third, fourth grade, somewhere in there. I guess we are anyway.
Yeah.
And so somewhere around that time is the first time they had their first taste. And so their whole career almost has been that system. And now new system comes in, and they need to adjust. And as I said earlier, I couldn't ask for any better seniors, or how well they're being leaders and working and trying their best to run the system and try and put points up, and try and keep the other team's score down and put W's on the board. I've done this a few times, and man, this is a wonderful group to start instilling with.
Yeah, absolutely. And then moving on to the Lures game, that game is going to be on Tuesday with only one practice to prepare for that. How are you going to be able to do that?
Well, we have been all week, so I kind of took practices like we were playing Friday, Saturday. So, so we would slip some lure stuff in there during the week and get some things done. So we've seen a little bit, the players on the floor, and then through scouting we've seen a bunch. They'll start out man-to-man if they need to. They'll run as many different versions of half-court traps and zone presses that they can run and try and keep you off balance. And then they're very talented and quick. One heck of a 2A team. And going up there is going to be a challenge. But if the Vikings that I know can show up will go up there, we'll have a chance. It'll be something like tonight or Carroll. So that's what we've been practicing for. I liked what I saw all week. And come back tomorrow for practice, Sunday off, Monday practice, and play.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Max.
Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning into tonight's broadcast of Huntington North Viking basketball. Again, the Vikings fall to the Norwell Knights 48-46. For Brady and Chris Jansen, I am Max Sorbrock, and we will talk to you later.
Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Huntington North Vikings basketball on Viking Radio 91.9 WVSH. Before we go, we'd like to thank the following sponsors one more time for making tonight's broadcast possible.
Bailey Love Mortuary, Bippus State Bank, First Federal Savings Bank, Hartburg, Roth, Garrett, Halverstad, and Garrett Law, Nove, and Z Place Pizza.
Be sure to tune in all season long for the fast-paced action of Vikings basketball on your Huntington North Sports Authority, Viking Radio 91.9 WVSH.